everyone, today I'm going to introduce how to assemble this Roman kit. First, let's get through all the necessary components in this kit. Okay, let's see what's in the box. Here we have a user manual, a DIY map guard, a trace map, and this is the model box, the main board box, a long plate, 2 decoration plates, and this is the battery box. Here we have some mount. We have a 2 ultrasonic sensor mount and 1 infrared sensor mount. And this is the head and ultrasonic sensor, the Bluetooth module, the photosensitive sensor, and the infrared sensor. Our sensor fixing plate. Here is the Type-C cable, a 3RJ11 cable, 2 motor cable, and the 2 wheels, a pen and a screwdriver. Here we have 2 models, a battery holder. And you need to notice here we have some small components. Those are some screws. And we have a package includes some small accessories, such as this is the rotating screwdriver and the tube, and this is the universal wheel carrier and the universal wheel stand and 2 box fixing plates. And before assembly, you need to notice we should prepare 2 9850 batteries. Okay, that's all. So here we prepare a motor box, a long plate, 6S rotating nuts, 6S rotating screws, a universal wheel stand, 2 box fixing plates, and a rotating screwdriver. First, we assemble the motor box. Insert the nuts from down below. Here we should notice to insert the nuts in these 2 holes and mount or align the holes of the box fixing plate with the nuts and insert the rotating screws. And roll clockwise. Then assemble the other box fixing plate in the same way. Okay, then this motor box is done. Then we assemble a long plate. First, insert the 2 nuts from down below to the long plate. And align the holes of the universal wheel stand with the nuts. Then insert the rotating screws and roll clockwise. Now those 2 are assembled. For this step, we need 2 models, 8 metal screws, 4 L rotating nuts, and 4 rotating screws, a rotating screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver. First, let's assemble the long plate on the bottom of the motorbox. Here, please remind this big hole should on this side and insert the nuts from the inside. Align the long plate with the nuts. And tighten with the rotating screwdriver. Then assemble the other side in the same way. Then we should assemble the two motors on this. Here you need to notice, align the shaft of the motor with this big hole and fasten it with the metal screws. Then assemble the other motor in the same way. Here please notice the port of the motor should be face upside. Okay, now the motors are assembled now. For this step, we will assemble the two wheels and the universal wheels. So we need to prepare the universal wheel and M4x8 screw and two M3x6 round head screw. Here you need to align the wheel with the D-shaped shaft. Ensure the holes are well aligned and assemble with the screws. Then assemble the other wheels in the same way. Fasten with the screw. Next, mount the universal wheel stand. Insert the universal wheel in the universal wheel carrier. Align the holes of the universal wheel stand with the universal wheel carrier and insert the screws and fasten with the screwdriver. Okay, now it's all done. For this step, we will assemble the ultrasonic sensor mount and the infrared sensor mount. So we prepare 4 air rotating screws and air rotating nuts. First, insert 2 nuts from upside, and insert 2 nuts from downwards. Align the ultrasonic sensor mount with the holes and fasten it with the screws when tight. Then place the whole kit upside down and to mount the infrared sensor. Now this step is done. Okay, for this step, we will assemble the battery box. So we should prepare the battery holder, battery box with the lid, and 4 S rotating screw and 2 metal screws. First, let's mount the battery holder into the battery box. Insert the wire across the little hole and assemble it with the screws. Then mount the 2 batteries in. And cover the battery lid. Next, we place the car upside down and place the battery box upside down and then insert it in. Here you can notice there are 4 holes aligned with the motor box. Let's fasten it with the S rotating screw. For this step, we will mount the main ball box and the 2 decoration plates. Here you need to notice the port should be on the same side with the motor box. Align the main ball box with the motor box and push until it will lock. Then insert the decoration plate on the main ball box. Then this step is done. About how to assemble the ultrasonic sensor, we need to prepare 2 S rotating screw and 2 S rotating nuts, an ultrasonic sensor and the head. First, we should insert an S rotating nuts from the inward of the mount. And align the ultrasonic sensor with the nuts. Then tighten it with the S-rotating screw. Then assemble the head. Now next step is done. Now let's mount this Bluetooth module. So we need to prepare a sensor mount, four rotating nuts, four S-rotating screw, and the Bluetooth module. So let's insert two nuts from the front and align this module with the nuts. Then fastening with the screw. Then insert two nuts from this side. And align it with the universal wear standards hole. Insert nuts. And fasten it. Now this step is done. Now let's mount the infrared sensor. We need to prepare two S-rotating nuts, two S-rotating screws, maybe one locating pin, a sensor fixing plate. First, insert two nuts from below. And mount the infrared sensor with the nuts. Insert the screws and fasten it. Then insert this fixing plate to this hole. Then insert a location pin in. When you mount this infrared sensor, you need to notice this should be face downward. Now this step is done. Now let's mount this photosensitive sensor. We need to prepare two S-rotating squares, S-rotating nerds, and location pin sensor fixing plate. First, insert two nerds from below. And align this module with the nerds. You need to notice you should place this side upward. Then fasten it with the screw. Then insert this plate into this hole and insert a location pin in.